Hey Moral Gamers, welcome back. Another one of my favorites has just been re-released in HD, no less. This is Carnivores in HD, coming at you on a Windows machine or a PlayStation 3. Take your pick either way. Let's find out how good this one is. Now, this is dinosaur hunting. This game has been around since the late 90s. 99 was, I think, when the first one was released. And it looked like something from the N64 days. You kind of just, you do what you do with it, whatever, guys. Nevertheless, though, the game has had a cult following. Enough people to spawn 2 sequels to it have continued playing this game. Even an iOS and an Android OS sequel to the game. These are all available. So, why would they put it on the home console? Well, they're doing something a little different with this. Diverging a little bit from the original formula, this game is actually more streamlined and in some ways made more difficult. All your little tools like mapping devices and whatnot, and the decoy calls and stuff, they've been reordered. Not a bad thing. Like, you now have to pay if you want to be able to get a dinosaur to hear you and then go in the distance, and you'd have to find them before. Now it actually plots it on the map, which is kind of neat. Your pistol, by the way, is now an accessory. It's no longer a primary weapon. And they took out the shotguns. Okay. You just have a rifle, a crossbow, which is like an uber crossbow. I mean, this is the type of thing that you shoot it and it's going through whatever it hits. And, of course, you get the sniper rifle. Using these tools, hey, hunt something. Bag it. They also toned up the dangerousness. Yeah, anyway, animals are more dangerous in this game now. Whereas before your Ankylosaurus would just run from you and stuff. You'd just run away. Don't hurt me. No, they actually charge you. Most of the creatures now will charge you, attempt to trample you, and will defend themselves. That's a welcome change from the originals, where they just, like I said, they galloped off, they tried to get away from you. These dinosaurs are living without fear. Enough people have hunted them that they now know what to go after. Sadly, though, where are the carnivores? Because realistically, they only have the Ceratosaurus and the T-Rex in this. I haven't seen any other carnivores in this one. And it's kind of sad because they had more. They had your Velociraptor, your Spinosaurus, your Allosaurus. I mean, they had more carnivores in the previous ones. This one's a little toned down, so I'm hoping they'll put out some DLC with new dinosaurs. I mean, the game itself is only about 500 megabytes installed, so it's not a large game, but it still is a fun game. 9 levels to hunt on, 9 islands, and you're still building prestige points and taking trophies. And trophies, it's got this little magnetic ship, comes over, it's no longer the claw that it used to be in the previous games. So, yeah, whatever. Is this the right game for you? And sadly, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on this game because I don't think most people out there will actually like this. You do have to go on several hunts to build up points to hunt more aggressive dinosaurs. And I don't think everyone out there is going to have the patience to do that. The more you hunt, the more you unlock. And if you're into the hunting thing, great. If you're not, well, maybe an uphill battle. They made hunting a lot easier. I mean, you can actually track looking down. You can track by blood trails again. You can track by footprints, which this all disappeared after the first one due to memory constraints and like some of the other ports they've done. But they've given it to a point now where the game has been refined. It feels a lot more authentic in hunting. I would recommend the game. I like hunting games every now and again, but this is not an arcade. This is more of a simulation. So if you're not into that kind of hunting, you may want to skip this one. On the other hand, morally, what's going on with this game? And yes, you are hunting. If you have issues with hunting, you may not want your kids to play it. If you have issues with firearms, you may not want your kids to play it. If you have issues with dinosaurs, you may not want your kids to play it. Genetic revival of extinct species, you may not want your kids to play it. Okay. But they did tone that on the deaths. And in the previous one, dinosaurs would either bite your crotch, which I'll put a link to that. It's kind of juvenile, but funny. Or they would just fling you up in the air and fling you around a whole lot, and that's basically how they would kill you. Now, as soon as you get tagged by a dinosaur, the dinosaur just comes up, touches you, and that's it. You're gone. Sadly, though, it doesn't actually tell you you're gone, which is kind of frustrating. Nevertheless, if you have issues with any of those, you may not want your kids to play it. Otherwise, I think it's a phenomenal game. I love this one. My kids don't like it very much, but I have fun hunting dinosaurs.